crap. Hey guys, we got a problem. I lost my microphone. There we are. We found her. Not sure how that happened, but it did. You're back. Hello, love. You made it before Delbert today. Where are we off to? Pittsburgh. I gotta go pick up two 14-foot sections. Sushi! What's up, man? I just placed my order with Southern Specialties last night. Aaron's working on everything this morning. So, probably about 2 weeks tops, if he's already working on it. So I should have the Bigfoots and the offset diamonds for you. And I got some pumpkin can queens coming. And some rewinds. And a new pair of thumb cuffs. And then, I don't know if you've seen their slimline picks, Sushi, but I'm getting those, but with different profiles than what they have. Thank you, love, for sharing that. So, how's your morning going, both of you, or everybody that's here? I'm retarded once again. Damn criminal. Here we go again with this illegal. Scarlett is singing her Sushi song dedicated to Sushi right in my ear. She thinks Sushi can hear her. We'll have to do a live earlier this weekend so that she You can sing it to sushi. That's usually why my back hurts. Sushi. Howard Buck, how are you this morning? At least sushi isn't a criminal. Nola. It's only criminal if I get caught, right? There's no law that says I can't look at my GPS while I'm driving and read the street names. Too big of a puff. She's hilarious, right? Oh. Oh. Chitty, chitty. Oh, here, I gotta read a street name again. Marissa's been going a little too hard with the alien strap on. That's a weird street name. No, that was very specific. Almost like that's what you and Mrs. Nola do. Or are you saying Mrs. Nola's gentle? Anytime now. This light's gonna be freaking red forever. What the actual fuck? Okay, I'm turning right on red. This is ridiculous. There was no sign that said not to. Should have done it sooner. The yapper was yapping and yapped a little too much one day and told us the truth. No idea what you're saying, money. No, I have no idea what you're saying either. I don't know that. wasn't. Yeah, not for me, you douche. Okay. Nobody said anything about a strap, sir. I got a piece of metal in my damn finger. You joined one guy driving, his buddy the troll, just being a dick. No, I'm just kidding, Noah. We love you. Police reported ahead. Wait, started what with? Being a dick? Is that what you're saying? I know you said something about a strap on. I was saying nobody said anything about a strap on while looking at those things. So I learned something that I didn't realize the other day. Did you guys know that they make a modular air-powered pellet flinger that you can go from like a small standard 177 pellet all the way up to 9mm just by switching the barrel? And it's semi-automatic. Sometimes I just talk shit because I have no idea what's going on. I have a hard time keeping up with the chat sometimes while I'm driving. If we're going to be 100% honest. you're thinking of? So the one I'm thinking of is the Ed Gun Leashy 2. And yeah, pretty much as fast as you can pull the trigger on it. I watched the guy that runs the company. I don't know if he runs, I think he owns the company. I'm not 100% sure, but he runs the YouTube channel for the company. And he's got a little setup in his backyard where he takes out squirrels, chipmunks, and raccoons. And he'll double tap squirrels and raccoons with that setup all day long. Or all night long for the raccoons. Yeah, no, I'm not allowed to have anybody else in my van. That's in writing in the employee handbook. I'm not allowed to have anybody unless it's another employee. No, I'd rather be home, Noah. I would much rather be home. Honestly, if I could get 3 lockout calls today, Noah, I would make more money than I'm making now. For insurance reasons, or is it just a dumbass? Insurance. It is for insurance reasons. Oh, no crying, no leaving either. Anybody wants to use the workbench in the back room, that's always what I tell them, because it's a mess back there, and if somebody gets hurt, it's our fault. Exactly. It's me from the Netherlands. I was here a week ago. You were going to Ohio. So I actually am based in Ohio, and I was actually in a different state at the time, headed back to Ohio. Right now, I'm headed to Pennsylvania. But I'm currently in Ohio. So how's your morning going? doing good, sir. So far today, I've delivered a spring to a fire department for a garage door, installed a garage door opener, and now I'm headed to PA to go pick up a couple sections for a garage door. Oh, the other thing that's cool about that pellet flinger sushi is, I don't know which one you're talking about, but the one that I'm talking about, it goes up to 9 mil. You can also purchase it with a suppressor. And they also sell night vision on their website for it. Right, that's why you don't want to be a locksmith. Yeah, what's what she said. Don't forget the like button. Damn. Too much travel, drove an hour and a half one way to work for over 10 years. So I don't go any further than a half hour one direction sushi for my locksmith business. This is all for the garage door place. What sucks is last night I had to leave my house at like 1:20 to go do an unlock, probably about 20 minutes away from my house. By the time I got back home and finally fell asleep, it was probably around 3 o'clock. But I feel it. I hate driving like this. The way I have my pricing structure set up anyways, it makes it very impractical from a customer standpoint to have me come any further than a half hour. Because once I get about a half hour away, I'm already charging $100, a little bit over $100 for a lockout during the day, I think. Matter of fact, I don't got my book with me. Because I start at 65 for the first I charge by the minutes it takes to get to you, not by the miles. So for the first 5 minutes, I charge 65. Next 5 minutes is 75. Goes up from there. And then about a half hour, I want to say is, I have a half hour at 95 during normal business hours. And then 20 minutes to where I had to go last night was 1:35 at night. Fog, what's up? I'd have him off for the railroad on every 2 days because then he was gone for a day and a half. Then he had to be back for at least 8 hours. Yeah, I get that. My cousin used to work for the railroad, and he would do 3 days on doing 12s and then 3 days off. Yeah, we're here. Thank you, Rock Out. What's up, man? Fucking off at work. Sounds about right, man. I'm on my way to Pittsburgh. Choppy, it's choppy, fucking choppy. That's better. You guys like my song? Yeah, I gotta go pick up garage door sections, 2 of them. Not the full door, just sections of the door. I swear you can't watch out the windows when you're driving on a bumpy road because the camera can't decide whether to focus on the windshield or the road, and it makes this wave effect. Yeah. Yeah, I install them, man. I know you know that. Well, the reason that it's only sections is because if, like, say you got a five panel garage door, right? And two of the sections are damaged. Rather than replace the whole door, to make it cheaper, we can just replace those sections. Or sometimes the door will be, a couple of the sections will be messed up from the factory. So instead of ordering you a whole new door, we only order the sections to replace. I got 32 miles before I get off the highway. I don't know how well you can see this semi in front of me, but they got a thing on it that says, "Take time to be safe." It's giving me a hard time. The garage door panels suck, though. They can be flimsy in certain directions. That just depends on what type of garage door you're putting in. If you're putting in one of those pan doors, hell yeah, they can be. But if you're putting in something that's metal on the front and back with insulation in the middle, they don't bend nearly as much, if at all. Sometimes because of that flimsiness, those pan doors are harder to put in once you get to the top, just because they want to twist on you. Did you guys know that driving behind a semi like this gives you a boost in fuel efficiency? The closer you get to the semi driving behind them, the higher the fuel efficiency boost is. They said from the episode of Mythbusters I watched on it, they said from 10% if you're a couple car lengths behind them, all the way up to 90% if you're basically touching their bumper. Not that I would want to get that close to a damn semi. That's just what they did in the experiment. Depends on what blank it is, Rock Out. Because there's two different blanks that they use. If it's a master blank, I might. If it's the American blank, then I do. For sure. Mine are either ILCO or JMA. can't remember. I'd have to look. I'm going to tinker with impressioning. I got you, man. Have you ever impressioned anything before, Rock Out? Or tried to? Also have AM3 and AM4s that work. These have shorter bows, really tight tolerances, as you might want to start with a master lock. I've made bad impressions on some girls. Not what I meant, Rock Out. I have not with locks. Matt told me I should progressive pin starting with it, so I'm going to use 1100s. So here's my suggestion, Rock Out, and I don't disagree with Matt. However, my suggestion before that would be to start with wafer locks. Just because they give you a little more of a mark on the key, that way you can get used to impressioning and how much filing you need to actually do for certain things, and you'll figure out how much you actually take off with each stroke of the file and all that stuff. And then once you're decent at that, then move on to the pin tumblers. Exactly, Sushi. I think that's a good starting point to learn how to impression. My other suggestion is either order yourself a impressioning handle. A really nice option that is fairly affordable is from CLK Supply. It's a black handle. That's the one that I use, and it's really nice. What I started with, though, is if you go to like Tractor Supply, they sell the vice grips where it's the C-clamp on the end version with the swivel heads that are flat. Those clamp, and they're minis. They're mini versions. Those clamp really well on key heads. Impressioning lever locks is another fun one too, Rock Out. That's a little bit of a different method, but I like doing that too. That I usually do with a Sharpie, or I take a small candle and soot the key which you can also technically do for pin tumbler and wafer locks. You don't really need to do it for wafer locks at all because you can see the mark really well on those. But another thing I would suggest for the pin tumbler locks rock out is get yourself some super fine sandpaper, almost like Dangerfield's mirror finish sandpaper for picks, and on the top part of the blade of the key, sand that down to where you don't have as many markings as from the factory. Just slight, you don't want to go down too far, but you're just kind of trying to polish it, and that'll make the mark show up. I just grab a store use master lock at the hardware store and a few blanks out of the bin and got at it when I got bored. Find the lock with no key. I always use a permanent marker to mark my keys. Yeah. Using a permanent marker or soot or something like that makes it a hell of a lot easier. The other thing that I do, Sushi, which is a lot more involved, is you can make what's called a soft key, which is basically you make a mold of your key, and then you take essentially a bump key, and you place it in the mold, and you fill in the gap with lead. And then you can impression your key, and once it's impression, then you can make a copy out of a regular key. Yeah, the soot can definitely do that, especially with the pin tumblers. It works really well on the lever locks, though. It's where it comes in the most handy. Do it on the sides rather than on the edge. I have a key copy cast mold I can do that with. Yep. You just got to make sure you might have to clean it up a little bit to get it to the right size. But I stumbled across that method on a video from an old locksmith. He uses it to impression keys for vehicles. He did it all by hand, though. He didn't even use a mold. He just stuck the key, the half-gone key on the freaking anvil, and heated it up and then melted lead beside it and then shaped it all down in the video. Yeah, it for sure does, Sushi. I've done it a couple times. You know what type of keys work really, really well out of those key casting kits, Sushi? Is just detainer lock keys. I think they work even better than some of the pin tumbler locks. Um, and then there is technically a way that you can foil impression a pin tumbler lock like you do dimple locks. It's just very difficult. I haven't figured out a reliable method yet, but I've definitely seen other people do it and have had success once or twice doing it myself. All right, Rocky out. You have a good day, man. Speaking of this container, my father found another key to the SNR. Oh, dude, that's awesome. And we're fucking choppy again. Choppy, fucking choppy. According to this, I got another fucking half hour. Yeah, it cost me $40 for two almost brand new locks on eBay, but the one key cost $30 for an original on Etsy. Now I've got 3 locks and 2 original keys and 1 homemade. That's awesome. Do, 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 do. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm back. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure if they're going to send me home or back to the shop to unload and then something else or what. I basically got to text my boss and let him know that I've made the pickup and ask him what he wants me to do now. It's always an unknown. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Back. Sorry, I had to text Aaron back. But I'm back now. All right. What's up, everybody? everybody's plans for the weekend? Driving into Pittsburgh, driving into Pittsburgh. Really wish I wasn't, but I got to. There is a store in Pittsburgh I'd like to check out one day. It's called the Curated Flame. They sell a bunch of lighters. I don't know if they sell it. Their main thing is lighters. Okay. Nice. You guys can see the speed limit is 55. I'm doing 70, people are still passing me. We're going to slow down to the correct That way we're not getting pulled over. No, you're good, man. You're all good. about 2 miles before I get off this road. And I think I'm going to end the live so that I can stop somewhere and use the restroom. I got to pee like no other. This is the exit that I want. That. Look how tight of a turn this is all the way around. Oh man. Oh, I'm not even off. Oh yes, I am. Okay, thank God. There is a get-go right up here. All right, guys, you have a good day, and I will see you guys later.